Hey my beautiful bitches, it's me, Fiona St. James, and welcome to another episode of Fiona's Coffee Talks. And as always, I'd like to start up every morning with a fresh, black, hot cup of coffee. Hold the cream! I'd love to. Hold the cream. See, I'm wearing the shirt. I don't have my coffee with me because it is July 16th, 1:10 p.m., so I've already had my coffee. And plus, I'm doing this setup now, which is different part of my living room, and I don't have my coffee table here. So anywho, today's topic is, oddly enough, seems like every topic is the underlying theme of COVID, because that is the world we are living in. And so I wanted to talk about like the actual testing. So that's the topic, COVID-19 testing in New York City. And I wanted to talk about this because I had the antibody test a few weeks ago. And because I went to my actual laboratory where I go, and my doctor had given me the requisition form, and I got those results like the very next day. And my doctor's affiliated with NYU Langone, so the my chart thing. The next day it showed, I got the notification, and it was interesting because when I got it, it's like, even though I kind of knew I was fine because I've like not been around anyone and I'm being ultra careful, there was that real moment of when I got the notification and I went to check it when my heart was like, and came back negative. So then about 2.5 weeks ago, I went and did the actual swab test, and what I did, my doctor did the prescription for it, and then I went to the actual NYU Langone hospital on 30th and 2nd, and that was interesting because, apart from the fact that for those of you who have had it, you can relate to this, you lean your head back and they put the swab there and it like practically hits your brain, and then the woman said, I'm going to count to 10, so she's like 1, 2, and she's counting and swabbing around, and it's uncomfortable. It doesn't necessarily hurt, but it is uncomfortable. By the time she got to number 7, I'm thinking to myself, bitch, hurry up. And by the time she gets to number 8, your eyes just automatically start watering. And then, of course, when they pull it out beforehand, they're like, have a tissue in your hand. As soon as they pull that shit out, honey, you blow your nose and everything comes out. Things come out you didn't even know existed. So it's a good way of like doing a sinus cleanse once all is said and done. But it was interesting, too, because I did it a couple of weeks ago, and it was on a whatever day it was, Thursday, I think, at like 1 PM, and they said you'll have your results by tonight. So I guess because they have their own laboratories there, they're able to just do it right away. And so at about 7 o'clock that night, I got the notification, you have a test result in your my chart. And honey, I kid you not, as soon as I saw that, my heart was like beating so fast. Like, I don't think it's ever beat that fast. Like, I was like, oh my Lord, I think I'm having a fucking heart attack. And, but I immediately opened it and it said non-reactive, or I think that's the term it used. So basically that I didn't have it. And I did that because my parents, who had been overseas, were coming back that weekend. And I was picking them up, and I have since, I've been with them a few times, and of course, they were in Ecuador, and if you just watched my prior video, I speak about how things were there, but, knock on wood, they were socially isolated, and they were, they stayed away from everyone as well, which obviously was a smart thing to do. So I have to assume that they're fine. Now, having said that, they got back, I guess about 2.5 weeks ago on a Saturday. So then that following week, I was like, you guys need to go get the swab test. So they went to City MD, which of course in New York City, the governor and the mayor are like, everyone, free testing, go to City MD. So they went there. But I'm here to tell you, today's Thursday, they went exactly 2 weeks ago from today, 2 weeks ago Thursday, and they still do not have their results. Now, I understand that like City MD is backed up because that's where everyone is going. And it just made me think I mean, I know that they are backed up and that is where everyone's going and they're all over the 5 boroughs, but prompted me to want to do this video. Because I guess the point of it is, if you have insurance, which my parents have insurance, But if you can like go through your own doctor, and if your doctor is affiliated with the hospital where you can actually go there as opposed to one of these like free walk-in clinics, well, not that it's necessarily free, but the testing supposedly is, which who even knows, because they ask for your insurance anyway. But if at all costs, if you want your results like that, don't go to CityMD. If you don't have insurance, then yeah. But if you do, contact your doctor. Go to the hospital that's affiliated with your doctor so that you can get your results like that. Now, I have to think that 2 weeks later, they've already been back home for over 2 weeks and they're fine. They don't have any symptoms. They do speak about people being asymptomatic. And I hate to say this, but I was even like a little nervous the first couple of times that I was around them. Like, I picked them up at the airport and a couple of days later I was with them and spending all this time with them. And, I wore my mask and I was like, you guys have to wear your mask. Let's keep our distance. It's sad because I haven't even, really like hugged them. And because then I was kind of feeling like I don't want to see them again until they get their results. But the shit is taking so fucking long, excuse my French. And I was like, I need to see my parents and I do stuff for them. I help them out. So I actually was with them yesterday. Even though they still don't have their results. And I'm pretty sure that they're fine. I mean, I hope they are. At this point, they've been back over 2 weeks. So I think that if they would have gotten it, they would have been feeling something, maybe not. I don't know. But I don't know. So the whole point is make sure, of course, someone is trying to call me and I'm going to decline. My sister, hey Wengie, her timing sucks. We were playing phone tag before. Anyway, so that's the whole point of this, because it's bad enough, that you have to wait. But to wait this long, and I know like the mayor and governor, they've been saying, they're a little backlogged. I even called the CityMD that they went to in Parkchester, and impossible to get anyone online. But as part of their recording, they're like, due to, a huge response, we're a little backed up with getting the results. But I saw what de Blasio was saying that, they're backed up, but everyone should be getting it in like 3 to 5 days. And how they let you know is they send you an email. And I know that they have my parents' correct email address because they've been sending them fucking emails every day. Give us your feedback on how your visit went. And I'm like, don't even answer, because if I answer, I'm going to curse them bitches out. So, yes, if you are going to get the test, by all means, if you have to go to CityMD, fine. Just understand you're going to have to wait a while. So if you can avoid that, then great. And, the test itself, I've had so many different conversations with people, and, that people have such mixed feelings on it because they're like, oh, well, if you get it, and even if it says that you're negative now, then, tomorrow you could catch it. Or like, the antibody test, there's a 30% chance that it's inaccurate. Because I know people who swear that they have had it and then they've had the antibody test and it's come back negative. So I don't know, but you know what? Even if there is that chance that it might be off, at least the swab one I would think is a little more, hopefully accurate. I also think that when they first started doing the test, like months and months ago, like I have one friend that like the first day that the antibody test was available, she went running to CityMD and got it done. And that was like 3 months ago. And I'm like, but I would think 3 months later, they've perfected it better. Maybe initially, I always say when they first start doing something, you got to work out the kinks. So I've never been a fan of when something first hits, I want to be the first bitch to get it done. So many people think that way, even just with like movies being released. If a movie gets released, I'm going to wait a couple of weeks before I go see it. So anywho, I'm totally getting off topic here, but just to prove the point. So yeah, I think at least it gives you some indication. So I'm all for getting it done, even if there is that slight chance that it's inaccurate. I think there's a bigger percentage that is accurate. And I've always said knowledge is power. So anywho, that's the scoop. Give me your thoughts, leave your comments. Get the test if you believe in it, or if you can't be bothered. I know I have friends that are like, oh, I haven't gotten it. And, they give that same argument about how accurate is it, or does it really matter? Does it make a difference? Well, for me, it did give me peace of mind. Granted, getting the results almost gave me a heart attack. So great having peace of mind if I have a heart attack and collapse on the floor, but I didn't, and I'm here. And that's my 2 cents. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and being here with me. And till the next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Don't forget, hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Love you. Bye.